fabulous production value.
Did
I'm
I
like,
get?
yeah, I like that.
Well, thank you.
Very,
I
very nice.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's so much fun to do that. I mean, you're an artist, so
Yeah.
you understand. But I love
Right.
to
Right.
go into Canva and just play and
Have
have
fun.
fun. Like I like to be
Yeah.
creative too, but I don't think that I'm a good creative person. But that way, I feel like I'm totally in my element. That's how I start my day every day. Just drinking my
Totally.
tea, playing in Canva. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. That's wonderful.
yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice. Oh, sorry. You know what? So when I record my daily videos and stuff, I turn off the names, and I always forget to turn it back on. So there we are.
Oh
Everybody,
yeah.
welcome. Sorry, I
Yeah.
apologize, friends.
Yeah.
This is Thayer. And for those of you that don't know Thayer, I want you to look behind her and look at the lovely, fantastic, beautiful, intuitive paintings, they're called. Am I correct?
Well, I do psychic intuitive paintings. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they are works of art, friend. Works of art. I'm going to stick Thayer's email into the chat. If anyone wants to contact Thayer for a painting or a reading or whatever, there you go.
Love to hear from you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do like a psychic, instead of doing a psychic reading of you with words, I do a psychic painting of you with color
Yeah.
and
And
vibration.
so
So
you
it's
guys can see in the background, she's got like the yellow one that's right behind her, the
yeah,
green one that's sort of off to the other side, and then just above her is a little bit of a like a reddy pinky. There's
that's a finished one. These
so
two were works in progress. That
love
one is
that.
finished. So yeah,
Fabulous. So
yeah.
let's say hi to some friends. Pooja is in the house. Hi, Pooja. Hi, Pia.
Yeah.
Sonia is here. My husband is in the chat. Hi,
Okay,
honey.
we like chatty husbands.
We love chatty husbands. He's my moderator in chief. Maruda is in the house, and Ellen is here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I really appreciate it. So, Thayer is here to do some color reading. So it is like your aura color, if I am explaining it correctly. And I will be her lovely assistant because I cannot do aura readings, but I will be pulling some cards to go along with whatever Thayer says. And I pulled out fun cards, like funny cards, but fun cards. Like I've got my color cards, I've got crystal cards. And I sort of thought that those kind of went along with what we were doing. So if you guys are interested in a reading from Thayer, pop it into the chat. Just sort of say like, yes, please. Please remember that this is for entertainment purposes only. And Thayer.
Yeah.
We were talking backstage and Thayer is going on a trip. And I was just sort of thinking when I was talking about your paintings and thinking how, how inspirational it will be for you when you're there. Just like the history, the land itself. I mean, they have all those rolling hills and wonderful countryside, sort of scenic, scapey kind of deals. I mean, I hope you're taking a sketch pad or 7.
Well, I'm going to England for 3 weeks. I've never been abroad. I'm taking my iPad Pro, which I can draw with a pencil.
Right.
I really want to take my paints, but it's too bulky and stuff for traveling.
Right.
But
you could always get one while you're there.
Yeah. As my friend goes, don't worry, you can buy it when you're there. It's not like I'm going to the Amazon where there's no art stores.
I love it.
Let me just tell you a little bit about my color readings and a little bit about color. I got my MFA from Parsons School of Design, very formal type of painting. And after I moved to New Mexico, there's something about Santa Fe where just new things come in, and there's an atmosphere here that you can do new things. You can be psychic. Like, you go to a furniture store and the person who sells you furniture is a psychic who finds missing people. Wow. The person who waits on you at the organic restaurant reads cards. So that's
awesome.
It's awesome. It's very it's very accepting here. And I thought I would merge my psychic work with my color work. And a lot of times um, I don't know necessarily if I read your aura, it could be your aura, but I'll tune into your energy, and a color will come up that will lead me into, it's sort of like a doorway of leading you into like just a psychic opening.
I love
But
that.
let's do
Let's do
some
some. We got a whole bunch. Hi,
yeah,
Hershey. We got a whole
yeah.
bunch. Okay, friends, here we go. I just want to say hi to Belinda. I missed her saying hello to her. She sort of slid in the side there, and thank you for being here, Melinda. Up first is Miss Ellen. Sonia
Ellen.
said
All
she
right.
loves the energy of New Mexico.
Yeah. You know, Ellen, I when I move into your name and move into your energy, I see that beautiful deep blue of the ocean. You know that sort of, not a light blue, but that deep, deep blue. When you look down into the ocean and you see all those colors, that deep blue going down. Um, and the light, I see a lot of light sparkling, you know, a lot of energy and light coming off of that color. So, you know, I feel like you're a very sincere, very intuitive type of person who knows when to say something, and you know when to be quiet. I don't know if you're a mom or not, but that was something I had to learn is, you know, when it's a good time to say something and when it's not. But you also have a very up energy that people like you because your energy is very up, and you give people very good guidance, or just guidance about just being there for them. I I don't know if there's something coming up in your future or going on now that you have to make a decision about. Um, yeah, I'm feeling like uh, not a big decision, but I don't know if it's something to do with your family or where to go or where to locate. Um, but I feel whatever decision you have to make, you will make the right one because you do take your time and you really think on what you're doing. Um, so
I love that.
yeah, and I'm just gonna say, Alan, is that um, I think a lot of people rely on you emotionally. That you're a leader and a good guide for people, and you do have very good wisdom and advice, which I've said before. Um,
She said
so
in the beginning, before when you started talking, that she's interested to see what you were going to tell her. I'm sure she's writing it all down.
yeah, well, I mean, if I'm off, I like to know too because I could be picking up, you know, with these YouTube things, you could pick up somebody else's energy in the chat, but
Yeah.
um,
Um, Ellen,
yeah,
this is what I got for you, love. I pulled a color card for you, and I've got apricot, which is rejoice and laugh. And so when Thayer was saying about, you know, there might be some tension and there might be like a lot of people that sort of rely on you, you know, this is to me that's a bit that's pointing towards balance, right? So make sure that you're giving yourself enough time, as well as my favorite color is deep blue and I love yellow. That matches what you said.
oh yeah,
Awesome. Love
yeah.
it. I pulled a crystal card for you, Ellen, and of course, the first one that comes out I can't pronounce. So it is apotholite or apotholite. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that, but it's a gorgeous collection of like this sort of different shades of green with white. And on the back side of the card, it says, access all information and knowledge available. Remember past lives as needed. Improve clarity during meditation experiences. Stay centered, maintain a quiet mind. On the front side, it says, I meditate regularly. I am insightful. My connection with universal wisdom guides me daily. So again, sort of, lending itself to that idea of being, centered and balanced. And like, I don't know why, but I'm thinking like temperance card, right? Control, moderation, and balance.
Yeah. And I totally get that energy from Ellen too.
Yeah.
That sort of deep wisdom.
Yeah.
And you're good at having a bit of fun. I bet you're a fun person at a party.
I love that.
Yeah.
Hi everyone who's popping in. So Vivian, I'll put you on the list. I hit the wrong one. I do have already 10 questions after Ellen, so we'll do our very best. So thank you, everybody. Thayer is just going to have to come back when she comes back from England.
Yes. Right. Well, these go quick, though. They're not that long. So Pia's life. You would like a color reading, Pia.
I'm going to stick your email back into the chat, love.
So right away with you, Pia, I see a beautiful pink. I see a beautiful sort of pink energy with a lot of light in it. And to me, that's a very high vibrational, loving energy. So I think you spend a lot of time in your head and sort of out in the outer realms a little bit. But pink is also, to me, the universal color of love. And it's not that sort of candy cotton pink. It's a beautiful vibrational color that I imagine the universal language of love to be made of. So I think you're a very loving person. And I see that you sometimes might have a hard time being grounded, which I am too, because you're sort of, I think when you meet people, you feel more of what their energy is instead of, what they're having for lunch today, that kind of thing.
Matches what I got.
Yeah. Yeah. But you're this is a gift or a tool that if you haven't already, you can really develop. Like you could do your cards and your own psychic ability if you wanted to.
She says spot on there.
Yeah. So.
I've got the star card for you. This is from the Herb Crafter Tarot, and I just sort of thought that it went sort of with the theme because there's so many beautiful colors and the drawings like themselves are exquisite in this deck. So the star, right, about belief and hope and also about developing that connection. So going along with what Thayer is saying, you have the strength card there, which they pictured the garlic, which is just beautiful. Again, right, wrapping yourself in that cloak of your inner courage and your inner wisdom and letting that be your like super suit, right? Your power suit. On the bottom of the deck, you've got the Six of Earth or the Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving. I don't know you well, P's life, but from what I do know of you, you're very gracious with your time in the comments in the chat. Like you're very caring, you're very supportive to other people. And so I was kind of picking up what Thayer was saying, but not totally in my cards. But I've got here from the Little Mini Chakra Love deck. This is the the throat chakra. And it says, the stone is turquoise, and it says truth, speaking from your heart. It is the only thing worth listening to. So if you sometimes are not, which would explain why the star and the strength is coming out, if sometimes you feel like you hold yourself back because you're trying to be considerate of other people's feelings, that's wonderful. But make sure that you release those emotions, those thoughts in some way, whether it be, you journal or you sing or whatever. Make sure that you're able to communicate that and get that out of you. Right? You don't want that residual stuff hanging around. Hi, Debbie. All right. Our next person is Maruda.
Maruda and Pia, don't let men treat you badly. Okay. Let's see.
Thanks, Pia's life. She said we're both spot on. Yep. Awesome. Yep. Excuse me.
Maria Kellers, is that? Yes, please. I
Yes.
see the green. Let's go through
Beautiful.
your. I'm getting a yellow for you, like the yellow in back. I know you like the green. I can see where the green ground you, but the yellow, and that to me is that you are self. You are yellow is sort of the middle between the higher chakras and the lower chakras, where there's a nice balance um, of who you are and where your energy is going to. And I would say have a lot of confidence in yourself. I know that that this world doesn't hand out a lot of confidence sometimes, and we have to be confident and be our own best. But you've got what it takes. You've got really, really, you've got treasures in you that a lot of people don't see. And, it's easy for me to say, well, work on getting those treasures out. But maybe just spend some time valuing how cool you are, how that you have a nice balance. You have insights on people. You're a very good, aware person. And to sort of, sit down, have a cup of tea, and feel all of the wonderful things, the wonderful characteristics and talents, and just little things that you do that are magic. They're just little magical things, and really cherish and recognize those in yourself. Um, I'm sure you do that for other people. I know you do that for other people because you're a very giving person, but it's important to do it for yourself. So that's the energy that came through. But you and I have something in common because we both have that yellow.
I love that.
Yeah.
Um, Pia said, Thayer, my ex-husband used to. I avoid him at all costs.
Good. Good. Guys, I picked that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I'm
Maruta
happy.
says, that's lovely. Thank you, Thayer.
Okay. I don't know how
Thank
close I
you.
was, but yeah.
I've got burgundy. And so I'm totally when Thayer was saying, like you've got treasures and like, so this is awaken your passion. So I'm wondering if there's something that you have been always wanting to do, but for whatever reason holding yourself back or just not able to find, the time or whatever to do it. I think that you might want to revisit that because I think that passion that you have for that special thing is really going to like change a lot of things. It's going to open you up in ways that you didn't think possible. And why I say that, look at what I got. I got the waterfall and effortless.
Yeah.
I feel like things will just start to like peel off and come towards you and shoot out of you. Like it feels very, very natural and very beautiful to me. And of course, Quincy is now sitting on the table as all good cats should do.
Kitty, kitty, kitty.
I need the card, sweetheart. I need the card. And then I pulled a mini chakra love deck card for you. And I've got the, this is the third eye chakra. And the stone that they mention here is is it labradorite? Yes. And it's so hard. It's written underneath the dark blue, like it's so hard to see.
Yeah.
Anywho, the message on this card says signs. There will always be signs to guide you on your true path. So if you are unsure, if you've been thinking about something and you've been communicating and asking for signs or asking for guidance or whatever, pay attention to those because they're letting you know where you need to dive into your passion, right? Where, like, sort of which door to open, if you will. I love that. I want you to tell me what your passion is and what you're going to sign up for, what class you're going to go to or whatever. Create, my friend. Create. I love it. Oh, Lisa wants to see you. Lisa wants to see you. Say hi.
Oh, kitty cat. Yeah.
Thanks, Maruta. Thank you, Thayer. That was so
Maruta.
good.
Yeah.
You're
Pooja.
welcome, Marita. All right, Pooja is up next. Here we go. Hi, Pierrette. You got something to say all the time, buddy.
No, I see a beautiful white, like a cloud, a luminescent white. It's really, I mean, I know you've got that little star thing, but uh, right in your heart, that uh, you have a light. I think you carry around a light for other people and a light for yourself. And I don't know if you're completely aware of it. I mean, I bet you animals love you, and when you sit down, people find you easy to talk to. And life, yeah, life is, life's an obstacle course. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good. But I bet you, um, your friends really, really, really like you because you always see the positive in things. And this is this special light you have. It's kind of like you've got a little angelic, and I'm not saying good or bad for angelic, but it's like a little kiss of love that you give people. This wonderful sparkle of love inside of you. So, and I don't know if you have children, but I see you making children laugh, and that your friends enjoy being around you, and you might not talk a lot, but just having your presence in the room is very fun and reassuring for people. So I don't really know what you do for a living or anything, but I would love to be your neighbor. Come over and have a cup of tea in the morning, pick
Right?
up some of your cheer. And I think it's a, yeah, that's really what I'm getting, is that it's sort of like that, on Walt Disney when Tinkerbell used to go bing, and you've sort of got that little spark right there. And
Yep.
it's a lovely gift. So
Hi, Ron.
that's what I get for you.
That's beautiful there.
Yeah.
Um, so Pooja, this is what I've got. Okay. Now, what's interesting about this card? Like, really look at the image of the card because they both popped out of the deck. She says, "Oh, I love to hear.
So cute.
I would love to
Yeah.
be your neighbor." Oh, how sweet.
Yeah.
So when Thayer said that she's seen like this white light, and I pulled this card with the white moonlight outside
Right.
of the, like, the ball looks like it's bouncing on the water, right? I just sort of was like, oh, look at that. So this is the Eight of Water, or the Eight of Cups. And sometimes the Eight of Cups is, walking away from something that no longer serves you. Now remember, like, that's like a past thing, right? So it feels very much like you've either just gone through that, or you're still dealing with the emotions of walking away. It doesn't have to be anything significant. You could have, left your card at Walmart or whatever, and decided to go, to Target, for example, right? But you have realized in that moment that whatever it is that you were doing no longer serves you, right? And you are moving towards looking for fulfillment, right? You're looking for your empowerment. So a lot of lessons have been learned in that moment. So don't ever take that card as a negative, okay? Next to that, you've got the Fool card. Well, this is beautiful because the Fool card is new beginnings, it's new opportunities, new possibilities, right? On the bottom of the deck, which is beautiful, you've got the Ace of Air, which is your aha moment, your epiphany, the like all of the possibilities, like yes, 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 all of those wonderful, hits and downloads and ideas that wake you up in the middle of the night when you grab for a pad and pen and go, oh, I gotta write that down. So that's lovely for you. And I pulled this is called the Language of Flowers. It's like a little affirmational type thing. By the way, FYI, this cute kitty that everyone's talking about, do y'all remember when I made my positivity board and I had written down all my affirmations? It was out of this deck and he ate them all. So he's super positive right now. Anyway, we have the orange blossom. And again, like another sort of circle. And even though this is supposed to be an orange, it looks white, right? And it says enthusiasm. The best can be here. Believe it. And you all know that I love the word believe. It was my mama's favorite word. So if believe is on the card, then you got to do it. You know what I mean? So this goes in line with what I have. Believe in what you're doing. Be passionate about what you're doing. And enjoy the journey of whatever it is that's taking you to the next thing. And I love that. Pooja says, yeah, Kelly, I'm heading to some new beginnings. Just finding some ways, leaving old that doesn't serve me. Blessings. Aw. And she says, yes, I talk less, little introvert.
Yeah, but everybody loves you. Everybody loves having you in the room. You do something to the energy of the room. You make the energy a higher vibrational energy.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Thank you so much, Pooja.
Yeah.
All right. Sonia's on board. Here we go, friends.
Sonia, okay. You know, right away, Sonia, I see purple. I don't know if I've given you a reading before. It's the same purple as that heart that you have. You have a very good healing vibration for yourself, and I see you developing that and really bringing that out, because you know, when we are intuitive healers, sometimes that's not always easy to be that way. And you kind of know what to do, and you kind of know what to say, but you don't always say it. Or sometimes you might say it at the wrong time, which I do all the time. I also feel like you have inside in your heart, you have self-confidence in your abilities and who you are. And I just say, keep on being you, because whatever you're doing is useful and grounding and very helpful. So yeah, you're figuring out what your job is, and you're doing it well. I know that's kind of vague, but we know, like, sometimes you have a sense of self and a sense of who you are, but it's sometimes hard to put into words. But yeah, I think you'd be a really great at a dinner party. Very interesting person to talk to.
I got interesting cards, and so if you heard me shuffling lots, that's what I was really doing that. Of course, one fell out and went right on the floor, so I had a jumper. Hi, Diana. If I didn't say hi to anyone, I apologize. Sometimes it's a lot, you know, to work the questions and the buttons and deal with the cat laying on your desk on top of your cards and shuffle and read. Okay. So I've got the Hanged One, or the Hanged Man, in the traditional tarot. So you might have been feeling, coming from the past, you might have been feeling a little upside down. You might have been feeling like you needed to take a pause. You might have been feeling like you needed to sort of like go inside and be like, okay, what is happening right now, right? It's almost like get a hold of yourself kind of idea, right? You've got the Two of Cups, which is lovely. The Two of Cups is about love. It's about joy. It's about happiness. It's also about blending energies, and sometimes it can be about choices, right? It can be about relationships. It's one of those cards that can be about many things. Now, on the bottom of the deck, I've got the Five of Fire, or the Five of Wands. And that implies that there's some conflict that's possibly happening. And so if there's conflict happening, that makes sense for the next two cards that I got, which is the Crystals and Focus. So whatever you need to do to get yourself on the path that you feel that you need to be on, and sort of take away or distract you from all of the outside noise is what you need to do. And what I thought was interesting is I pulled the Pearl card, which is connect to the divine. So asking for guidance, right? Whether it be like in your dreams or like automatic writing or just looking for synchronicities around you, right? Maybe hear a song or smell a perfume or something like that. I feel that your guides or your angels will be of great assistance to you if you call upon them to help. If you're having trouble focusing or whatever this might be. Sonia says, my fluorite came today from my daughter. Put it away with some crystals 12 years ago when my guy passed. So happy to have them back. Yes, if it's quiet when I arrive, I start the party.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vivian, for saying so. Vivian said, great readings, Thayer and Kelly.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
All right, here we go. Miss Belinda is up next.
Belinda Carter.
Hi, Ron. Hi, Diana. Hi, Fleck. Sorry if I didn't say hi to anybody. I feel bad when I miss people. I don't know that I've seen Belinda before, so welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Belinda, I'm seeing a beautiful red, like they've got this new car out that's got this iridescent sort of red for you. It came right through of how grounded you are, how connected to the earth, and I see you as a very good mother, somebody who is a good cook, or is a good. Trying to find the right word. Nourishment, that you give people nourishment in a way, and I want to say motherly nourishment, but I don't know if that's totally on for you. But you know how to make things move. You know how to manage things on the earth very well. Like if people need to be called and you need to know what to do, you can get that done. And you're good at getting things done. I don't think people always appreciate you because what you give and what you offer seems to be expected or seems to be very common. But really, the gifts that you give your family and friends are extraordinary, and should not be overlooked. That your gifts are overlooked, and that to spend some time appreciating or recognizing what you do for yourself and other people, because that's it's just a little subtle thing. It's not like a total self-love fest, but realizing that your contribution to the group is big and you do have a lot to give, and it might just be, and this is an example, not very literal, but it might just be providing a delicious meal for people, or making sure the environment or things are set up well so people can, like being a really good teacher, walking into your room and the teacher's room, and everything is set up for people to learn. So you're a great architect in creating places for people to learn and grow. I hope that makes sense to you. I see that you would be or are maybe a very good teacher of children, a nurturer. So, Belinda, I hope I'm getting the right energy.
She said, so right.
So right. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
And Diana, Oil Painter, is sending love to you and I.
Okay.
And thank you, Debbie. That's very kind of you to say. She said, Kelly, you do a better job than I would. And she's loving the readings by us tonight.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Belinda, this is what I've got for you. So, excuse me, I have a frog in my throat. I'm allergic to cats. So when the cat gets up here and gets all over my cards, this is what happens. I've got the Four of Water. So the Four of Cups sometimes can be like, and this is coming in from the past, right? I have two cards that like flipped out at the same time. It sometimes it's like stuck or boredom. And the best way for me to explain that energy is like, imagine standing in front of the fridge, right? I'm hungry, I want something to eat, but I have no idea what I want. I don't crave anything, nothing is appealing. I'm just like, ugh, you know what I mean? Like, not in a bad way, just you're not inspired by anything, right? You're not like, yes, do you know what I mean? Then we've got the Two of Air coming out. So crossroads, confusion, having to make a decision. Sometimes this is about procrastination as well. We're having to navigate change. The last card that I got is the Knight of Air. So when Thayer said, that like, how to get things done, and you sort of like, you sort of like laser focus in, that's what this card is about. The Knight of Air is about using the resources that you have, being stealth and being strategic, and just like really, really focused on the task at hand, and you go for it, and you don't let anything get in your way. So whatever that feeling was, that where you might be feeling like unmotivated or not inspired, you're coming out of it, which is lovely. And you are coming out of it in the most beautiful way, because on the bottom of the deck you have the best card in the whole tarot, which is the Sun card. Right? This is joy. This is blessings. This is love. This is a yes. This is a celebration, a confirmation, right? And that feeling of like oneness, which is beautiful. I pulled a Little Mini Chakra Love deck card, and I got the crown chakra. And the crown chakra stone that they mention is the blue lace agate, or agate, however you want to say it. The message here is this: divinity. Recognize the divine in the mirror. That means you, right? That's not necessarily about the divine creator or the source. That's about the divine in you. So see the light that we see, right? When you look back, when you look at your reflection, see what we see, and then shine it. That's a beautiful, beautiful message. Shine it like the sun. Love that. Beautiful. Diana says, yes, I get it. And that's when I cave and grab the potato chips, like right now. I love that. Thank you so much, Belinda, for being here and for asking the question. All right, we move on to Fleck.
Your color. Love your name, Fleck. It's probably like I'm seeing that beautiful light blue, of a summer sky, or, that sort of little wisp of blue in the sky that can be sort of a little purple and then go into a very, very luminous light blue for you. So I think you're a little bit of a, not, you have a wonderful imagination. You have a wonderful way of bringing concepts together in your head and seeing how they work. That you're able to take different things together and see the similarities with them. I don't know if you actually create them in 3D a lot, but they're very good ideas. And you do get them into the 3D world when they're useful and helpful for your life and other people's lives. So really, I see inventor, dreamer, intuitive for you. And I see you touching trees, being outside and touching trees, or going out and touching nature, that you like that grounding, like touching a big oak tree or a big maple tree. I don't know if you've got one in your backyard or when you're walking, but just that touch keeps sort of your wonderful head that can create things out of nothing, grounded into the earth. And do you have a man that loves you? I see a man either in spirit or that he really loves you. I'm getting a big hug, uh, a lot of love for you. I don't know if it's your dad or a husband, but somebody is sending you a lot of love and a lot of encouragement. Not encouragement, a lot of reinforcement that who you are is a marvelous, wonderful person. That's what I'm hearing. You're a wonderful person. You're a marvelous person. I uh, I always have your back. I'm always here, and keep on being just you because you're very special. So that's
I
what I'm
love that.
hearing for you, Fleck.
Right.
Um, I don't know if that's right or not, but uh,
I'm just going to
yeah.
quickly recap. So Belinda said, lovely reading. Thank you both. Nancy has just arrived. Hi, Nancy. I
Hi,
will put you
Nancy.
on the list, but I don't know that we're going to have time, but I'll try to get you in there. Hi, Linda. Goodbye, Pia. Thank you for being here. And Flex says, that's me, the tree hugger. Don't know about the man. Thanks there.
Well, maybe he's coming in the future. I don't know, but there's
Right?
somebody really loves you.
Well,
So
I got, and I don't know if you've seen me smile. Like as soon as I picked up my cards, this card popped, like popped right out, and I smiled. This is why I smiled because I'm like, oh my god, that's like literally your picture. So I
yeah.
brought this lovely lilac card, which when I was a little girl was my favorite color. Says strengthen your faith. And I always think of like lavender, right? Lavender calms you. Lavender keeps you centered. Lavender sort of, you know, has all these like sort of rejuvenative properties. And so strengthening your faith, not your face, your faith. I usually feel like those two things go together. I pulled this card, which is interesting, the summer solstice and radiance. So shining brightly, there's something there though, and I can't quite put my finger on it. I didn't throw tarot cards, I threw oracle cards. So I'm going to read, I got another two cards. These are both crystal cards. They both came out. So I'm going to read these two to you, and I hope that there's something in this that resonates. So the first one is, of course, I get all the ones I can't pronounce. The calicopolite. And it says it's a lovely, like a beautiful goldy kind of stone. It looks like a coffee bean that's been painted with gold fleck, if you want to, or gold foil. It says support physical strength training, increase time in sunlight for a healthy body, amplify physical movements to increase good health. I am healthy and strong thanks to physical movement and exercise outdoors. So that card totally fits these cards, right? With the being out in the sunshine, being out in nature, allowing, the sun to sort of give you that warm kiss and just make you feel like everything's okay again, and restoring your faith or strengthening your faith, right? Believing in yourself. When you go outside, literally, it's a proven statistic. 90 minutes outside in nature will decrease your stress level by 40 to 50%. So these three cards match for me, like meaning that they go together. Okay, so then the next card that I got is this, the tourmalated quartz, right? And the backside of the card says, restore harmony and peace on all levels, deflect unwanted or unhealthy vibrations, break unhealthy energetic cords, uncover unconscious beliefs and patterns. And on the front side, it says, I am mindful of the energetic connections between others and myself. I automatically remove unhealthy cords of attachment. And so this card also goes with these two. And I apologize. I don't know which one would resonate more, or maybe they all do. But if you have been in a situation like maybe at work or neighbors or family that are feeling like toxic, or people are like telling you that you shouldn't be doing something that you really feel like you want to do, you get what I'm saying. You need to set up some boundaries. So first of all, you need to look after yourself with the strengthening your faith in the radiance, right? And then you need to look after yourself by setting up some boundaries so that you don't take in their negative energy and allow that to create negative thoughts within yourself, right? Like low self-worth, etc. So I'm not sure which one resonates. Hopefully they all do. And thank you so much for asking the question. Son,
And Fleck, I really feel that that energy is your dad. I just feel
awesome.
a man, it, you know, has been next to you forever, and he's sending you lots of love always.
Maybe he's
So
the sunshine.
yeah,
Maybe that's the sun. Wouldn't that be
but
lovely?
there's just somebody is sending you huge amounts of love. So
Accept it.
could be
Beautiful.
your dad. Yeah.
That,
I don't know. Was he an engineer or did he do engineering kind of things? Um, but yeah, know that you're loved. You're loved and cherished, Fleck. You really are.
I
So
love
that's
that.
what
That's a
okay.
sweet. I mean, listen. You know what? You can't. I don't know. I'm speaking for myself, but I don't think that there's a better message than you can get than to just hear that you're like loved
Yeah. I mean,
and
I felt it. Yeah.
oh, I love it.
Came right in. Yeah.
All
So
right, Miss Debbie
yeah,
is up. Says, could I have a reading, please? Well, of course,
Debbie, why not?
absolutely.
Okay.
Thanks, Vivian. Yes, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff that's so important. Leave a comment under the video, hit the bell notification because gosh knows you don't want to miss anything. I'm here all week, friends. I'm just kidding. But literally, I am here all week.
You know, Debbie, I'm seeing a beautiful orange for you, sort of like the color of my blouse. Um, you know, it's an orange that sort of goes dark and light and dark and light. It has a lot of movement to it. Um, you know, I feel like you're an activist or that you're somebody who gets committed to ideas or the way to beliefs that are very important to you, and you really you put your money where your mouth is, and your influence of your commitment to really uh, say your beliefs, state what you feel, state what's important is very influential and helpful to other people. That you're sort of the person in front of the march holding the flag. And you know, you're not holding the flag with a gun, you're not holding the flag, you know, with anger. It's uh, it's who you are. That you feel that when things need to be said, they need to be said out loud. Um, and I think you have your reasons for this, but I really think it's part of your matrix that you're very important because you do say things that need to be said out loud, and people need that. People really need that. Uh, I don't know if your mother's passed, but I'm seeing another female figure that's either with you or next to you, and she has this person. It's either a friend or a mother had the same type of uh, root commitment that you have, and sort of the bravery and the courage that you're a soldier you're a soldier of of idea and concept and protest that we all need. So I don't know if you guys shared a past life together, or you're sharing this life together, or is your mom. But yeah, so so happy you're on the planet because we need people like you. I don't, you know, I'm hoping I hit you, but there you go.
I have. She said, "Mom has passed."
Okay, all right.
I've got awesome cards. I think that they're awesome cards because they're absolutely beautiful, and you're not going to believe me when I tell you to start that the sun card popped out yet again. Like it literally like poop. I don't know whoever seen it. So I'm sure someone's seen it. So the sun, the radiance, right? Which is interesting because this was the first card that I pulled, which is amber. I mean, look at that. It's gorgeous. It reminds me of like when you would watch them
Yeah,
like blowing glass or something. You know what I mean? The color.
that's the
Um,
color I saw.
Amber is awaken your creativity, according to this card. And then the card that came out at the same time as the sun card came out is Dreamtime and Creation. Yeah. Yes. Oil Painter says that's the orange moment. Now, Quincy is trying to let you know that this is important because he's biting. Look at.
I don't know what the orange movement is, but it could be what I tapped into.
Yeah. So this Dreamtime card, like this is a fantastic reading. So this Dreamtime card that says creation on it, right? And then I pulled the mini chakra love deck and I got dreams. Like you can't make that up. That's crazy. So this is your third eye chakra, and the stone that they mention is labradorite. And it says dreams are where your mind translates the divine. So I think that the message for you that I'm getting is about, allowing yourself to have freedom of expression and freedom of thought, right? Do some automatic writing, paint, draw, sketch, maybe like crochet where you like take all the colors and you make all kinds of beautiful patterns, or knit or something like that. There's something about maybe it's about building a garden, right? Where you're planting all the different colors of the flowers. There's something about the imagination being able to sort of expand itself that's going to like really open you up in ways that you never thought possible. And I would be really interested to know if you have dreams that when you wake up go, what? They don't make any sense, because I think you're getting messages in your dreams. And I think that this expressing yourself creatively will help to sort of bridge that together, or bring that together.
I completely agree with Kelly. So,
Oh, thanks. Flex says, thank you, Kelly. Your cards made sense.
yeah.
Debbie said, hard to reply or to what to say. All is correct.
And I think your mom hangs out with you because this female energy is like right next to you quite often. So
Yep.
she's by your side. Yeah.
I love that. So beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. We have a bunch left to go. We'll go as quick as we can. Lisa Foster is up. Thank you so much for everyone to be here.
I've done a reading for you before, but let's see what the colors say today.
I'm going to stick Thayer's email into the chat box again.
Yeah. You're welcome, Debbie. You're very welcome. Your mom is never too far away from you. All right, Lisa.
So Thayer doesn't have a YouTube channel yet, but you can contact her via email for either readings or the intuitive art.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Lisa. What's that kitty cat? I want to read that kitty cat. Yeah. That kitty cat is a good kitty cat.
I have never, honestly, it's like every day on Facebook, Lisa's posting up yet another. I mean, and it's not just like, dogs and cats. Like she finds deers, and like there was a hawk the other day or yesterday, whatever. And I'm just like, I mean, it's like you're like Dr. Doolittle. You know what I mean? It's like talk to the animals. I mean, it's amazing, truly.
Well, that's funny.
That many animals in like a week.
Yeah. When I move into your energy, I see the soft down, the soft sort of light brown down of a bird. That when a baby owl or that kind of light brown and white type of color. And like the tan, the beige, very soft. Very, very soft, very motherly in a way, and a kindness. I'm reading a great kindness in you. And I think, I don't know if your mom was a very kind person too, but I think this kindness, this type of love, kindness runs in your family. I'm seeing your dad too. Um, yeah, uh, this is not a literal thing, but you, you're the kind of person that would send a beautiful card to somebody if they've had a hard time. That you would extend an object of beauty, of simple beauty, to somebody to make them feel a little bit better, and that uh, I'm seeing in Peter Pan, uh, the lost boys, or the soldiers that were in the forest, the kids that walked around in the forest and lived there with Peter Pan, the lost boys. I'm really seeing that is sort of like your little soul home, that if you had your way, you would kind of live in that lovely, magical world of animals and people, and just love. But I'm bringing in another pink because your mission here is to do exactly that. Is to be an example of that type of tender, kind, loving person. And sometimes people don't appreciate that, but you don't even notice that really. You just let that go by you, and if it does bother you, um, you know, it doesn't bother you for that long. You've got a beautiful, um, instead of seeing a color, it's like a tone vibration. It's a beautiful tone vibration that belongs to nature and the natural world. And if you wanted to strengthen that, perhaps you do, is to go do some meditation outside. Go absorb a lot of the energies in the woods or in the fields, and that are like that baby bird that's born in the field that looks just like the field. That you have a nice camouflage to you. So that's
She
what I
said
got.
she said definitely, and
Yeah,
Diana said, which is really interesting. Debbie, how ironic that Kelly said crochet, and I'm sitting here crocheting, and one of the colors is orange. They,
right,
that's
right.
crazy. Lisa
Boring.
Lisa says boring. Does
So
she
I don't
mean
know what that
we're
means.
boring or she's boring? What do you mean, Lisa? um, so I'll go ahead and give you my cards. I've got the nine of fire. And it's interesting because I got two nines. So I've got the nine of fire. So the nine of wands. A
Quiet.
little bit tired. Um, but you're resilient. And you're one step away from sort of like, climbing the mountain and staking your claim in it. So you're feeling a little bit battle weary, a little bit tired, a little bit like, is this day ever going to end kind of energy? And so when you do that, it's important to put your boundaries up and protect yourself so that you're not giving your energy away too freely, right? We've got the nine of earth next, which is lovely, represented by the apple. The nine of earth is that lovely nine of pentacles, that lovely energy of finally arriving at a place where you feel comfortable, where you feel secure, where you feel safe in terms of like your security, your safety, your finances, that kind of stuff, right? Your home. You have worked hard to get to a point where you feel like you can finally sit and put your feet up and it's going to be okay, right? Or that's where you're headed to. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Seven of Cups, which is having to make some choices, having to make some decisions. And I don't mean that I mean when you make choices and decisions, sometimes you may sort of play the adult chess game with yourself and try to like figure out, which one is going to hurt less, or which one is going to, mess me up the worst or the best or whatever. I refer to it as the adult chess game. And sometimes it's about procrastination. So I feel that because that's on the bottom of the deck, I feel like that's something that you might be currently dealing with. I got a color card, which is Sapphire, and that's rejuvenate your body. So like Thayer was saying about the meditating and the going out into nature and doing that. I pulled a card for you, a crystal card, and you've got Jade, which is this beautiful shade of green. On the back side, it says improve visualization and positive outcomes, attract good fortune and good luck, improve financial status, activate your millionaire mind. I mean, who doesn't like that? And on the front side of the card, it says, I am incredibly lucky. I always have plenty of money with plenty to spare. And obviously that contradicts the 9 of Earth that I got, where you're feeling like, you know, things are starting to come together for you in a really lovely way. But that doesn't mean that you can't use more, or that you don't want more, or that you don't wish that you had more, right? So remember that you have the ability to manifest, right? So while you're out in nature, while you're doing that meditation, take a jade with you and manifest the millionaire mind. Oh, she's like, I meant it's kind of a boring, quiet life, not you boring.
Yeah. No, I kind of got that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So that's what we got for you, Lisa. I hope that makes sense somewhat.
Don't forget to feed the birds.
Yeah. All right. We have Acoyster,
Yeah.
then we have Vivian and Nancy, and then we're done.
Okay.
So thank you so much. And I'm sorry we're going just a little bit over an hour, but we'll try to get these done fast if we can. Rose, unfortunately, I got to close the list, love. So Acoyster says, if you have time, may I have a reading, please?
So right away, I see a beautiful fluorescent green for you. You know, with a little bit of white and pink, which are Kuan Yin's colors. But I see a lot of joy, a lot of love coming through you. That, you know, life might have been difficult now, but you're just a real giver right now. You're a real giver of love, and you appreciate your life very much. And this sort of, you know, green with spots of pink and white in there is, you know, you have a very healing nature about you. I don't know if you've got grandchildren, but if you do, I bet you they absolutely love you. That you sort of can have an atmosphere that they can be in. They can be held in unconditional love and have a lot of fun and be open and free around you, as I'm sure a lot of your friends feel that way. I don't know if you've got a daughter, but I feel your daughter is a lot like you as well. And I think you do maybe have a son, but yeah. And boy, we need your energy now. I mean, your energy is just open and free and very loving, very connected to love, and you give love to people very easily. So anyway, yeah, I'd love to be your neighbor too. I think we'd have a good time. But be well and keep on being you, because you just give a lot of light to people. So
I got the craziest cards. So when I say the craziest cards, like they go together, but you know. So you said pink, right?
Yeah, pink and green.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to show you this card. Look at that.
Yeah. That's close.
And then look at that. Like I literally got pink.
Oh, yeah.
So this is interesting to me. Okay. So I got pink, let love in. Okay. This stone is called ruby infusionite. So now that she said that she doesn't have any children, my 19-year-old nephew detests me.
I read that. Yeah.
Right? So this card, this ruby infusionite, on the back of the card, it says sexual and sensual vibrancy, increase passion for life and in relationships, attract spiritually aligned romance, love, and your soulmate. So, you know, if you're married, if you have a partner, it's not just like romantic, it's like attracting your soul tribe, people of like-minded interests that will sort of gravitate towards you because of the energy that you put out. Then I've got iceberg, which is submerged. So those are really interesting cards, right? The submerged and the let love in. So if you're going through something, if you feel like you're kind of stuck in the muck, or like you feel like there's a little bit of, there's a little bit, or maybe a lot of sort of like weight on you, right? There's a lot of things that you got to do. I don't want to cry because that would be ridiculous, but honestly, it makes me emotional when I say this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. And I hope that you take this in a good way, because it's not meant in any other way. When I first arrived in this community, I thought, I was a grateful person, and I understood what my blessings were, et cetera, et cetera. I had no idea. And when I opened up my heart and my understanding, and I really experienced what letting joy in and letting love in felt like, only then was I able to recognize the blessings. And that is when my life changed. Should be moving out of a toxic situation at the end of this month. Okay. So while you're doing that, make sure for you that every day you find even the simplest thing that you can hold on to and be grateful and count that as a blessing. Because honestly, it will change your vibrational energy and things will be so much easier. You will not feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. The last card that I got for you is Peacock Copper, which is gorgeous. And it looks very much like these two colors mixed together. On the back side of the card, it says, improve optimistic outlook on life, increase happiness, feel confident and comfortable, embrace ability to be in the spotlight. I confidently show my true colors to others. I am fabulous. That is beautiful. And I wish you many blessings. And I'm sorry that you've had to go through that, but I wish you many blessings. She said, I feel very blessed. That's awesome. Lovely. All right, let us move on to Miss Vivian. Miss Viviani.
Yeah, Viviani.
Vivian. I've never been able to not call her Vivian.
I know.
Because it's in my head. Hi, Cardamancy. Hey, Angela. Hi, Greeter. Hi, Teresa. Okay. Sorry, I'll stop talking. Woohoo, let's just say hi to everybody. Oh, you have a peacock stone? I have a peacock one too, but it doesn't.
Reader TK, yeah.
It doesn't look anything like the picture on that. Mine is more like a gold with a green in it. But I mean, it's beautiful no matter. All right, back to work, Kelly.
I just want to say to the last person that we read on that I'm sorry that your family doesn't see what's in your heart, and I'm glad that you're moving to a place where it could be seen. So best of luck to you. Okay, Viviani. I'm seeing that deep, dark, beautiful ocean blue, that very meditative type of blue for you, where it can go on and on forever, and there's light streaks that come through it, and it's constantly moving and vibrating. I see this is a great time for meditation and change for you, of really taking your time and releasing expectation and allowing new things to come in, of getting rid of what is supposed to be, and allowing what is to happen, and even the ability to daydream and create what you want to have happen next for you, or allow new ideas to come in. So I'm getting very strongly, it's important, not to, necessarily, I'm going to go meditate now, but that nice feeling you get when you're sitting by the water and you kind of just look at the water and you move in with that energy and you kind of are able to um, uh, let your mind sort of go and let ideas and things come through. And so I'm seeing that is almost very necessary for you right now, and very soothing. The self-soothing is important, and that kind of release. Sometimes if I'm doing something that's very intent, I have to go and lie down and let my mind sort of move off of it to allow new energy to come in.
Right.
So, and it's a process. I mean, I'm packing and I do that sort of, to rethink it in another manner. And I see you're very embraced and very loved by the angelic community and your guides, and that this is going to be a good process for you all summer. So
She did say thank you, Thayer,
you're
up
welcome.
earlier. And
Yeah,
I want to mention that A Coister said, I am moving back to a wealth of good friends. That
good.
must be like, what a beautiful feeling that is to
Yeah,
know that you are supported and that you have people that are ready to receive you
right.
in that beautiful way.
Yeah, no, and I'm so sorry. It's difficult, but you do have a lot. You've got a lot of love energy in you,
Mhm.
and we'll see how that manifests in your next stage.
Vivian
So,
says, I love your readings, Thayer.
oh, well, I get great images.
Look at what I got.
Oh my God! Yeah! Oh
So
my
I
God!
held it up because I was like,
Is
come
it?
on, man.
Yeah.
So this is
Wow.
Aqua, experience peace and calm, right? Just like what
Yeah.
Thayer was saying. Um, this is what I've got for you, Vivian. So I got the Aqua card, then I pulled the Three of Fire or the Three of Wands. This is expansion, this is goals, this is vision. So you're working very hard to get to the next step, to get to the intention or the goal or the place, right? And I often say that it's like you're past the planning stage. It's almost like you can almost like see it. It's almost like you can touch it. You're that close. So don't stop, keep going. And
Yeah.
just to give you a little oomph of encouragement, you've got the strength card next to that. So tap into that inner strength, that inner perseverance that the strength card has in spades, and allow that to be your motivator, right? If ever you feel down, just sort of put your superwoman suit on and say, like, I got this, I'm good. And on the bottom of the deck, you've got the Seven of Fire. So you might be feeling a little bit challenged right now. um Maybe feeling like you're a little bit out of sync. There's a lot of energies going on right now, so make sure that you be kind to yourself. And I want to say, like, get yourself a noise machine that has water on it, or listen to a water fountain. If you have the ability to go near like a river or lake or pond or something like that, just watching the waves could be enough. Listening to it, and allow yourself to sort of get lost in the ripples and the tide coming in and out. It's all of that kind of thing. There's something about the water that's really going to bring you back into alignment, which is
Yeah.
what's going to make this possible, this strength
Yeah.
to be able to reach that goal.
Right on, Kelly. Totally, totally what I got too. Completely
Beautiful.
right on.
Aw.
So,
JJ
yeah.
is here and says all of the readings are beautiful tonight, Kelly and Thayer. Thank you both for sharing
Oh,
your
that's
precious
great.
treasure.
Yeah.
Aw. And A. Coister says, my good-natured responses have made both my niece and her son antagonistic, and she has a hair-trigger temper, so I have given this 9 months to see if things could change. Aw, blessings.
Well, they're just not in this same alignment that you are.
No,
Sorry to
no.
hear that. I bet
Yeah.
you you're good with plants too, that once you move, you're going to grow some nice plants, some flowered plants.
Hi,
So,
Kiba, and hi, Samantha.
yeah.
Thank you so much, you guys. So this is our last reading of the night. Thank you so much, everybody.
Nancy.
This is Miss Nancy. Nancy's on deck.
Hey, Nancy. I haven't interacted with you for a while. Let's
Well,
see.
you know what's really funny about that is you're saying that, Nancy, I haven't seen you in a while, and I don't know why, Vivian, but literally you popped into my head today, and I thought, I haven't seen Vivian in a while, and I know that I've seen you because I see you all the time in different chats, but I don't know when I saw you last in my chat, and then I thought, well, maybe I'm just imagining it because I see so many people and I have so many chats. Do you know what I mean? And then, boof, there you are. So I just thought I made you come. I telepathically went, Vivian, I need you.
Nancy, I see moonlight for you. I see the serenity and the beauty of moonlight, that wonderful soft light that comes off the moon and the soft light uh, in the evening sometimes. I mean, it can be hot this time of year, but that cool moon evening color, the blue and the nice sort of soft moonlight. Uh, I'm feeling a great sense of peace for you. Um, that there is a certain serenity that you've accepted things that have happened to you, and you've sort of accepted where you are, and uh, time. I mean, reflection. Meditative reflection is good, and meditation can mean a lot of different things to a lot of people. So, but I see reflection time for you, that you can really take your time and see how well you've done. Sort of the obstacles that you've moved through and over and gotten stronger for. So, you know, I don't know, that you get to hug your husband a little bit more often than not, and really appreciate him and appreciate the love that you have around you. Yeah, and something about your daughter. Yeah, I mean, you can communicate. This sounds kind of woo woo, but you can communicate with your daughter through the energy of the moon. That's what I'm getting. That you both sort of share an energy, but I think if you want to send your daughter good vibes, you can do that while relaxing in front of that moon. You can say a prayer for her or imagine her in a very good situation. Any of your loved ones that you have the ability to imagine a loving situation and send that energy, send that picture to them. So that's sort of like it's a superpower you've gotten. And while you're at it, send me some good vibes too, Nancy. But yeah, I hope that resonates with you.
Um, by the way, Jen said hi. Hi there.
Hi, Jen.
Um, so this is what I've got for you, Nancy. I got gray. So when you were saying moonlight, I'm like, oh, it's kind of
Yeah,
gray.
yeah.
So this card says gray. Learn to scan your body. And so I have the book here, and I do apologize because I know it's the last one, but I want to read what it says to you about scan the body, if I can find it. Okay. So this book is lovely because it gives you little exercises to do to incorporate these colors to help in a healing sort of way. Gray identifies blockages in your body or your aura, providing information about your mental, emotional, and physical state. Use gray to give you an alternative point of view and provide you with strength when dealing with challenging situations that you feel may be hopeless. Scan your body. So visualize a sense of a gray ray, then ask it to assist you with scanning your body for any dysfunctions. Use it to bring any blockages or stuckness in your body into your awareness. And of course, and it doesn't have to be like, your bowels are blocked. It literally could be like maybe your knee is hurting today. Do you know what I mean? It can be something like that, but it's still a block, right? When I get stressed, because I had a bad car accident many years ago, immediately it all goes to my neck and my shoulders, because that's where I was injured. And so it's kind of like a weaker part of my body, if that makes sense. Close your eyes, place your attention inside your body, ask the gray ray to circle any area that may need help, and bring that area into your conscious awareness. Become aware of if any part of your body looks or feels like it might be gray. So that's what they suggest that you do, right? So you sort of allow the gray to heal the part of the body that may not be feeling as it should. What's interesting is the next card that I have is the Green Man in Synergy. So nature is going to be something that is very significant for you in terms of rejuvenating yourself and recalibrating yourself, right? Making you feel like back together again, if that makes sense. And the last card that I got was Rose Quartz. The backside of the card says attract your soulmate, increase feelings of comfort and acceptance, amplify unconditional love, cultivate good friends, family, and work relationships. On the front side, it says, I allow love to open my heart and attention and affection and my romantic partner. So I feel like, I'm not feeling so hot. Things are like happening and I'm kind of like, a little bit tired, a little bit run down. I'm going to go spend some time in nature. I'm going to put my pink quartz all over me, or my rose quartz, and I'm going to think happy thoughts. I'm going to sort of restore the happiness within me. That's kind of the vibe I got. So I hope that makes sense, Nancy.
That's sort of an alignment. I mean, I don't think you have anything physically wrong with you, but it's very much in alignment. The meditation, the unconditional love is sending, using the nature energy to send love back and forth to yourself, to your daughter, and to your husband.
Yeah.
So, kismet, man.
There you go.
There we go.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you, Thayer, for hanging out with me. It's been a long time, but it was good. It was good.
Thank you for asking me.
Of course. And this is Thayer's email. Again, if anyone is interested in booking a reading with Thayer, or to speak to her about any of the lovely paintings that she has behind her and how she can do one of those for you, please contact her through the email. Are you going anywhere? Well, you're going on your trip, but will you be on any other shows?
Well, I've taken the summer off from meeting with the mediums just to give my psychic brain a rest. It's nice to come on as a guest, but and no, I'm just sort of hanging out, kind of letting, I've been in so many classes. I'm just sort of letting everything settle in. For a little bit.
Awesome.
And it gives other people a chance to show off their talents on meeting with the mediums too. So that's nice.
Well, and we should mention that when Thayer comes back, because she was often on Thursday nights with Allie at Heart and Soul Connected when they do meeting with the mediums. That's Thursday night, 5:30. So thank you so much, Thayer. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern, doing my coffee break throughout, and then tomorrow night I will be back here at 6 p.m. Eastern with Allie from Heart and Soul Connected and Gerald from Tarot Stash, doing those rock paper scissor readings that we were doing on Allie's channel, but she asked me to host it, so we're over here. So I hope to see you all in the chats.
I just want to say, everybody in the chat, I'm getting a really good vibe from everybody. Everybody's sort of moving and adjusting and doing some remarkable things. I just feel like I can just see a lot of good energetic movement there. So, take good care of yourself and have trust who you are and believe in yourself and believe in your inner voice, because you all really are so well connected. So
definitely words of wisdom for all of us to remember. Thank you so much. All right, everybody, we're gonna say good night. We love you lots and we wish you many blessings. Bye.